Joe Biden, we had this conversation on the program, I believe it was yesterday. And, well, actually, we've been kind of having it on and off for weeks now, months now, where people call in and they go, you know, aren't there executive actions that Joe Biden can take to help out Ukraine, you know, as the Republicans in Congress are blocking this aid bill to Ukraine that the Senate passed months ago? And they're continuing to block it. Moscow Mike this morning, you know, no, we're not going to do anything today, it appears. So 2 stories for you, both from yesterday. This is CNN. The U.S. transferred thousands of machine guns, sniper rifles, rocket launchers, and hundreds of thousands of rounds of ammunition seized from Iran to Ukraine last week, U.S. Central Command announced on Tuesday. CENTCOM said the material transferred to Ukraine is enough to equip 1 Ukrainian brigade, around 4,000 people, with small arms rifles. These weapons will help Ukraine defend against Russia's invasion, CENTCOM said in a statement. This is not the first time the U.S. has transferred seized Iranian military equipment to the Ukrainians. The U.S. transferred over 1 million rounds of seized Iranian ammunition to the Ukrainian armed forces in October. So, number 1. And then number 2, this Decimus writing over at Daily Kos, more of this for Ukraine, please. Europe, the European Union just gave Ukraine $5 billion and said you can use this money to buy weapons wherever you can find them. Well, the best place to find weapons for sale is in the United States. And so Ukraine has this $5 billion, and they're going to go shopping here in the United States. And President Biden is encouraging that. So, you know, they could just come here and buy whatever they need, up to $5 billion. And if you think that Congress can stop this deal, the answer is probably not. In general, the executive branch is free to proceed, I'm quoting, is free to proceed with an arms sale proposal unless Congress passes legislation prohibiting that sale. So Congress has never successfully blocked a proposed arms sale by using a joint resolution of disapproval. So this is, you know, good news. Meanwhile, the top diplomat in the European Union, his name is Joseph Borrell. This is from the Financial Times today, or actually yesterday. He says, Russia is threatening Europe. War is certainly looming around us. A high-intensity conventional war in Europe is no longer a fantasy. This guy's the former Spanish foreign minister. The Danish defense minister in February essentially agreed with him, said that Russia, quote, could test NATO's solidarity within 3 to 5 years. He said the Berlin Wall has been replaced by a ring of fire around us, referring to everything from instability in North Africa, Israel, and Hamas, you know, up to the Ukraine. Russia's armed forces in Ukraine are deploying vastly more weaponry and manpower than Kyiv is able to do, notes the Financial Times, sparking concerns in Western capitals that Moscow could make significant territorial gains this year. This is not a good thing. I'm telling you, if Russia is successful in taking Ukraine, and without aid from the United States, that's a very real possibility. If Russia is successful in taking Ukraine, the next thing Putin is going to do, he has said, and his advisors have said, his generals have said, Dmitry Medvedev, his number 2, have said, up next is Moldova in order to protect Transnistria, right? And then after that, they're going after Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. And these countries know it. They are seriously worried. And maybe even Finland. I mean, the Finnish prime minister is like, you know, we give it 3 to 5 years, but he's coming after us. Well, 3 to 5 years from now, Putin may not be the president of Russia any longer, and it could be a new day. But for the moment, this is a very, very real threat to world peace. So what say you? I'll pick up your calls right after this.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 202-808-9925.
It's the place where despair is not an option. Picking up your calls on the other side of this break. Stay with us.